Hey Morning Manna family, my name is Katelyn and I am thrilled to share with you this week. Typically I'm on the other side of the camera when we're in these recordings, but this time I'm in the chair, so that's pretty exciting. This week we're going to take a look at Matthew 22 verses 1 through 14, which is the parable of the wedding feast. Earlier this year I got engaged to an amazing guy named Sam, and if you've been watching Morning Manna, you might have seen his series focused on Proverbs a few weeks ago. And I know I may be a little biased, but I think you should give it a listen. We're getting married in October this year, and it's been a lot of fun planning the wedding, but naturally, of course, that comes with some stress. So in the midst of all the wedding planning, I remembered the parable of the wedding feast found in Matthew 22, verses 1 through 14. And over the next few days, I want to share some things that have stood out to me and that I've learned from this parable. But first, let's give it a read together. Jesus spoke to them again in parables, saying, "The kingdom of heaven is like a king who prepared a wedding banquet for his son. He sent his servants to those who had been invited to the banquet to tell them to come, but they refused to come. Then he sent some more servants and said, 'Tell those who have been invited that I have prepared my dinner. My oxen and fattened cattle have been butchered, and everything is ready. Come to the wedding banquet.' But they paid no attention and went off, one to his field, another to his business. The rest seized his servants, mistreated them, and killed them. The king was enraged. He sent his army and destroyed those murderers and burned their city. Then he said to his servants, 'The wedding banquet is ready, but those I invited did not deserve to come. So go to the street corners and invite to the banquet anyone you can find.' So the servants went out into the streets and gathered all the people they could find, the bad as well as the good. And the wedding hall was filled with guests. But when the king came in to see the guest, he noticed a man there that was not wearing wedding clothes. He asked, 'How did you get in here without wedding clothes, friend?' The man was speechless. Then the king told the attendants, 'Tie him hand and foot, throw him outside into the darkness where there will be weeping and gnashing of teeth. For many are invited, but few are chosen.'" Unlike most wedding feasts, hopefully, this one involves a king and his son, some grouchy invitees, cold-blooded murderers, the destruction of cities, and a motley group of afterthought guests. There's a lot to unpack here, so join me tomorrow as we do just that. See you then.